Last time, we departed Denver westward bound, past Big Ten Curve, climbed the Rockies, headed through the Moffat Tunnel, and now we're at Bond, Colorado. Let's head the rest of the way to Grand Junction. We are passing Bond. To the right is the original Moffat Road, while the line we're traveling on right now is the Dotsero cutoff. The cutoff follows the Colorado River right before it reaches the original Rio Grande line at Dotsero. Along the way, you'll see quite a bit of scenery, including some wildlife, like bald eagles.
So relaxing. Beats the heck out of driving. Got a lot of seats here. Hello, folks.
Hi.
Everybody's good?
We're good.
Yep.
Let somebody else have it.
That is so nice. That's awesome.
Yeah, we're being nice.
That's the only way to be.
We probably should.
Here.
Hey, good luck to you too.
Yeah, thank you.
You too. Have a good one. Enjoy the rest of your time
Yeah,
vacationing.
yeah.
The Colorado River is a major freshwater source for people in Colorado, Utah, Nevada, Arizona, and to some extent California. However, because of climate change, many issues surrounding water levels and water consumption from the river have been consistently brought up. And solutions have been brought up, but things have not been looking the greatest for the Colorado River in recent years. But at least it's a good fishing and rafting river in the Centennial State. Past the eastbound Zephyr.
Go through a place called Dell, Colorado. Look on your left-hand side. We're to pass our sister train, train number 6.
Here is the eastbound counterpart to number 5, number 6.
And 205.
The 6 is often a train that I try to see at Denver Union Station if you've been looking at videos on my YouTube channel.
And looks like there's
Here is a bald eagle's nest, and a bald eagle is also visible here too.
What the fuck is a kilometer?
Sucks that the actual eagle sound effect is from the red-tailed hawk though.
Oh, sorry.
Did you see him? That's my story. That's my story.
Stick to it.
Attention, ladies and gentlemen, this message is coming from the dining car. Ladies and gentlemen, this will be last call, last call, last call. If anyone wait for lunch on dining car for these amounts of time. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, this will be your final opportunity for full service in the dining car. Once again, there are no reservations needed. We want a first come, first serve basis. If you're sitting in coach, you have lunch on dining car. Lunch is $25.
We'll get something at Grand Junction.
$25. It includes your entree, your desserts, as well as your soft drink beverages. This is last call, ladies and gentlemen. Last call.
3 hours from now. Well, there are things in the cafe car. The cafe. Because we are technically in the cafe car right now.
There weren't any tables, but I could. Yeah, I was born. Yeah, they won't sleep tonight at the keeps. Close to us and all the stuff. why can't you fence it? But I really don't fence it, not just against the design. Well, it is very strong, so it's fence. Well, we did talk about painting today. We talked about that. Yeah, so she has to do like this. It's a good start. I think so. I mean, I actually, it is a crappy email. That's the only one that I can read. So, yeah, I'm trying to do it. Like, just,
No problem. Oh, looks like we're at Dotsero.
We are now at Dotsero. When the Dotsero cutoff line was built, this part coming off of the Rio Grande's original line was originally called Milepost 0 or just Dotsero. Here at Dotsero, we cross over the Eagle River, which begins in Tennessee Pass. And speaking of Tennessee Pass, that line over there once went over rugged Tennessee Pass, and it was a magnet for rail fans from all over the world, and it was also the last active main line that went through central Colorado. Freight trains going especially eastbound would often need helpers which would lash onto the train at Minturn. And once the helpers at Minturn were attached, it was an amazing show of raw horsepower versus gravity as trains struggled up a 3.5% grade from Minturn to the summit of Tennessee Pass. The summit would be reached at 10,222 feet, and trains would travel through a tunnel at the summit of Tennessee Pass. In the last days of active service on Tennessee Pass, one would have often seen Southern Pacific locomotives, especially the AC 4400 CWs, climbing the grade, and later on, Union Pacific AC 6000 CWs and SD90 Max would climb the grade too. Unfortunately, while the operations of Tennessee Pass were a sight to behold for rail fans, they were a bit of an operational headache, if not an operational nightmare for the Rio Grande, Southern Pacific, and Union Pacific. especially the section of the line that had the 3.5% grade between Minturn and the summit of Tennessee Pass. And eventually, the Union Pacific would abandon Tennessee Pass in 1997, and the rails have laid abandoned ever since. Despite this, there have still been efforts to reopen the line, including one in 2021, but that got blocked by the STB. However, it is possible that Tennessee Pass could reopen, perhaps not for big mainline freight, but for passengers. But, as of the making of this video, only time will tell. I hope Tennessee Pass comes back. Here is the Colorado River, and over there is Supreme Commander of the United States of America, Bald Eagle the 28th! We are entering Glenwood Canyon, a stunning and beautiful piece of scenery in Colorado. In fact, it's scenery like this that would ultimately have led to the development of the Dome car, as well as Amtrak's observation car. It is no wonder that Amtrak markets the California Zephyr as its most scenic route, and now the Rocky Mountaineer now has its first America-only route, Rockies to the Red Rocks, running on this very same line.
¿Inglés? ¿Inglés? ¿Español? Ok, perfecto, perfecto. ¿Y tú vives dónde? Ah, perfecto, perfecto. De pronto nos podemos conocer. No sé si nos hemos conocido con Michael. Ok, perfecto. Perfecto, muchísimas gracias, David. Este es mi número, David. Sí. Bueno, gracias, gracias, Andrés. Un abrazo, chaito.
Sure, Sean.
Right here is Hanking Lake Dam.
And good luck being the kayaker on this section of the river.
Getting the wax.
You'd probably have to be either a real pro or really stupid to kayak on over there. Unless you're on this section. Now it's calm.
Hola Lili, ¿cómo estás? Ok, perfecto. Es el juego de las 7. ¿Sí?
We have arrived at Glenwood Springs, Colorado. This station is the main stopping point for many passengers who come onto California Zephyr from Denver, and it is also where the Rocky Mountaineer would make its stop for the day from either Denver or Moab. Because of the popularity of Glenwood Springs as a rail stop, several hotels, especially the Hotel Colorado and the Glenwood Hot Springs Lodge that are both across the river, would provide people with a place to stay in Glenwood Springs. Since Glenwood Springs is a 5-minute station stop, I quickly went from the coach to the front of the train to go check out the engines.
Yeah, this is a really nice
The two engines leading the train are 135 and 147. They were both built in the early 2000s. Getting a bit panicky, I then decided to run to our coach car, all while recording the rest of the train. As a side note, I do have a fear of getting left behind, especially when my things are still on the train, as well as my family.
Well, this is Glenwood Springs, Colorado. Quite a classic town. Some of you guys should check it out sometime. I've already checked it out a few times before. So I do somewhat know what it's like. Okay, I am not missing this train. I'm not letting this train leave without me. Okay, the weather is getting less than ideal from here. If y'all are trying to get on the train, get on now.
We depart Glenwood Springs Station right on time.
Entonces es fácil, lo tienes bajado en tu celular, te metes en tu carro y vas escuchando el libro. Y escucha el libro de todo, de los adultos con autismo, que dicen, tranquilo, entre más viejos ellos se ponen, menos. entre más viejo se pone, ahí te estoy dando una voz de esperanza. Entre más viejo se pone, menos audífonos. Entonces, con paciencia, pero tienes que meterle terapia, pelea por tu hijo. Cuando hagan esos IPs, no me le están dando suficientes horas al día. No me le están dando suficientes horas.
Over there is an old Rio Grande branch line which at one point reached the town of Aspen, which is a popular ski resort today. However, little by little, the branch was cut back. Aspen was discontinued in 1968, Woody Creek in the 80s, and the line's last stand was to Carbondale, but even then the branch had little traffic on it. In 1997, the branch was sold to the RFTA, who wanted to redevelop it, even giving the possibility of some kind of commuter rail service. But a lot of those proposals were pushed back by residents. Then, the RFTA began considering putting in a trail, but because of public pressure against scrapping the line, they put up a submission for proposals, and the Iowa Pacific proposed creating a tourist line called the Glenwood, Carbondale, and Rio Grande to operate tourist trains, while also giving a block in case freight traffic were to come back. But the RFTA just rejected that. And now, all but a few sections of track in Glenwood Springs has been turned into a rail trail. Because why have a tourist line or a commuter rail to alleviate traffic from Highway 82 when you can walk? Right? Right? Because of the short-sighted decision, it is now believed that the branch probably will never have trains on it again. Sure, the possibility is there, but it's incredibly low, if not absolute zero. Sadly, things like what happened to the Aspen branch are still happening in all sorts of areas across America. Fishers, Indiana.
The check mark. Ay, sí, ya hizo esto. Mentiras. No.
Here's a yard area west of Glenwood Springs. It is where some maintenance of way equipment would be stored, as well as some engines, and the Rocky Mountaineer whenever it makes its runs.
y toca y lo de tú estás miércoles, yo estoy cocinando y cómo voy a estar encima de él. Pero amiga, para de cocinar, deja a los otros encargados de que terminen de cocinar y tú te bajas y te paras ahí en lado enfrente de él. Bueno, a ver, recojan. A ver si la próxima la piensa. A ver si la próxima no la piensa que le va a tocar recoger todo. Y es una conversación, de nuevo, conversación. Yo he tenido esa situación con mi marido también. Le he dicho, tú me lo pones en mi contra. Esa pelea la tuvimos 10,000 veces.
Mom, I'm gonna move because you're talking.
Eventually, I had finally had enough of Mom talking on her phone calls and decided to move elsewhere in the lounge. While many passengers, especially those from Denver, tend to get off the train at Glenwood Springs, there is still quite a lot of scenery to see west of Glenwood Springs. Since we're heading to Grand Junction, that's what we're going to be doing.
Salsa.
Smiley face,
My apple was really good, Grandma. That was actually good too. Yeah, it was like $1 for each.
Yeah, Nancy Fire in the canyon here killed a bunch of firefighters.
Yeah, but it was fresh.
Oh, really?
No, it was good. Yeah. And again, we're gonna be really loving that roast pork. Everybody feels great. We'll be fighting over how
We took a hike up to check it out.
Yeah, you've got a whole loaf of bread.
Yeah, we have
What's in there? I'm thinking to try with this.
We got lots of chips in here.
Yeah, there's two of them. I've got strawberry and yogurt. I just don't want everyone saying how surveyor. But they kind of salsa we stopped in Denver on I wouldn't mind eating that. Well, we also will be near a store but we'll be near a store yeah. But I mean, Denver will be a day and a half. Yeah.
Are they still running?
It was just nice to trying to clean up here.
We've never gone from
Now that the line is now a bit flatter and straighter, it's time to get a little bit of speed.
tried to get it both working the first
We're passing through Rifle, Colorado. Yes, that's the name of the town, Rifle. You know you're in America when there is a town that's named Rifle.
Insert some kind of American gun joke here.
The Rio Grande once had a stop in Rifle, especially on the Rio Grande Zephyr, but that stop has long been discontinued, and the station nowadays is used for mostly as a side for probably crews or maintenance of way.
More detailed information for you a little later. Thank you. Once again, for those of you that are sleepers, if you're in an observation car,
That's
I would not take reservations from that car, so you must head back to your sleeper accommodations. Thank you.
I think the lunch or we can go to the cafe. But I think we're gonna have to break down. I was surprised that you did kind of show me.
Maybe that's from the old narrow gauge right of way.
Well, I'm not figure out.
In case you heard me, this line once used to be narrow gauge when it was originally built in the 1870s. But in 1890, this whole line got standard gauged, but there are still remnants of the narrow gauge, especially some old right-of-ways.
Yep, we're in Silt. But it's funny because that's what's
The store is open. The store is train side. Once we pull into that station stop of Grand Junction, just listen out from our conductors in regards to how long we'll be spending on the platform there in Grand Junction. Once again, they do have that small little store that is train side, where you can possibly purchase things that we may or may not have on the train. Also, the gentleman that asked me about the cell phone charger, that is where you'll have your best and only possibility that'll be there at that station stop store. So that's at the Grand Junction station stop. Just please listen out for the message from our conductors in regards to how long we'll be there. So once again, it's just a small little store. It has little small items.
You know, maybe if I wasn't really sick, I'd try to be more fun. I don't know.
Yeah, it's not fun to feel really sick and not at home. But when we drop out the issue, your sinuses might bother you. At least you have the trip back. Yeah, he has that. Yeah. Or maybe they'll just feel better.
This started like everything.
That looks like a good bridge to rail fan. Assuming somebody is willing to stand on top of a bridge 4 hours at a time.
Okay. Yeah, me too. When we got that stuff, I was thinking
One mile.
no, I had it before. It just kind of, I think that was the worst thing I had. I think that's why
Well,
so if I say
technically, we don't need to change the sign or anything. But technically, you should be able to sleep on the inside. Why? Just make it easier to sleep on the inside. Okay. Yeah, we really like it.
Doing
I don't find that bothers me. Like, just as long as I get a good 5 or 6 hours, then I'll be fine. I don't know. It's quite. Well. Certain things.
It was like somebody went to Grande. Like a new married couple.
Yeah.
Or something.
But like a 20-year-old doesn't always know how to. It was like 6 they wanted a miracle.
Yeah.
Like there was no cereal. No. They make a sandwich, there's no bread.
Yeah. And I think I made them eat oatmeal. I was like, we're not buying processed cereal. They're eating oatmeal or toast.
Right.
Because we just didn't.
Didn't have the money.
And they didn't want it, but they, I don't care. Toasted tomato sandwiches, that's not it. Just spaghetti or like.
See, Tracy, wow, she's a good cook, she's a good baker. Yeah, good for her. Yeah.
Her kids are really, really good too. Spencer got rid of anything.
Yeah, he got rid of
Yeah, he's close to my height.
And she just looks so much like her grandmother. Like it's, yeah, you're just like, is anybody else freaked out by this?
Oh, I gotta tell you, what's that? David Sanders was like, Megan came up first, and she was talking to me over it. And then David came up. And Tracy looks at me, and she's just really dead.
Well, yeah, I mean, probably not alone.
Grande paints a very good picture of what life is like when years ago.
She has to, or she can make a change.
For reasons like, you know, I hope you guys would just do it. She said, let's love you. We all do it. We all know that. You know, she wants to eat the picture makers.
She basically liked herself.
Both sides of it.
Oh, it's no big deal.
But anyway. Get it from that's Levi.
It sounds good. You're saying she's your phone.
I think what did you say? I got one more to say. Like she's falling down the steps anyway. I had this good dog out of and I said, why don't you go in? Like, we built the house for about 60. There's 3 tiny bedrooms. Yeah. She's got her dining room table. There's a really, there's no kitchen table, which is her dining room table. There's a small bedroom. I said, why don't you put a door there to the outside? So you can let these dogs know that she coming to that room. How about outside? Because from very old house.
It's just surprising.
I wasn't surprised. She still had a fairly sizable work. And she needed to buy a car. Then she goes to work.
Yeah. But a lot of people have figured out that that's a big deal. And then your house, like this, you stayed in a house and built something and you said you should really be able to.
You should have that, like lanes where you can store.
It should be done.
They sold the house. She said, well, we started working. But it's better off paying the mortgage than selling the house. Like you said, pay rent.
Oh, the house is worked in. Yeah, they just make crazy decisions. And they did the rental on it.
Yeah.
And they wanted to get rid of Valerie and Annie, which that's a cash cow right there, you know. Guaranteed income.
But Eddie, I wanted to have
Okay.
Anyway, but Eddie was like, how much shoulder's bad? This is my back's bad, my neck's bad. I can't do any bleeding, I can't do this, I can't do that. And I was like, well, if all you're gonna do is fluffy stuff, I can do that.
Yeah.
You know,
You're gonna work like an old woman.
like, I don't, if you're gonna expect me to do bleeding, you can go around and I don't know what. No.
He used to be a really hard worker.
So I don't know what about her. Well, I don't know. Then he was like, no, I can't do that. Can't do that. Okay.
We have now entered DeBeque Canyon, the last canyon we will travel through before we reach Grand Junction. We will also continue following along the Colorado River and I-70 through this canyon. Those two tunnels over there are the Beavertail Mountain tunnels used for I-70. We, however, are going through our own tunnel through the same mountain. Kami. There was some graffiti with a hammer and sickle. Over there is the Grand Valley Diversion Dam. It is a small hydroelectric plant with a capacity of 3,000 kilowatts that was completed in 1933. It also supplies water to a canal for irrigation.
Grand Junction, what up?
What is actually wrong with you people? Why can't you just feel like normal stuff?
Arriving at Grand Junction, Colorado. 10 minutes to Grand Junction, Colorado. Folks, if that's your station stop, you know what to do. We don't open the door in the lounge. You'll have to gather your belongings, head downstairs. Folks, you may have heard earlier.
You probably do not think of Western Colorado as part of wine country, but here in Palisade, Colorado, that's exactly what it is.
We'll open it up when the train arrives. It's kind of hit or miss sometimes. But they do have over-the-counter medicine, stuff like that. A few more items that the train has to offer, so check it out if you like. Time departure is 4:43 Mountain Time. It's going to leave at 4:43 if you're continuing service on the California Zephyr. You want to make sure you're on the train well before then. You'll have a little bit longer of a fresh air break at Grand Junction, but don't risk it. I wouldn't go too far. Stay close to where you can hear those train whistles. Once again, folks, you're on through Palisade, Colorado. If you take a look on your left-hand side, you'll see the Grand Mesa. That is actually the largest flat-top mesa in the world, with over 200 lakes on top of it. To your right-hand side, you'll see Mount Garfield, also known as Book Cliff Mountains. Alright, folks, once again, Grand Junction coming up in about 10 minutes. Thank you.
Hey, I think that was the crossing from America by rail.
because it's... Palisade. Cantilever. East of Grand Junction, we see
94,
Union Pacific's
53,
East Yard,
69.
and behind those cars is a deadline full of many locomotives. Mostly Union Pacific locomotives, but there is at least
96,
one or
91.
two -9s that are still in
And
Chicago and
55,
Northwestern
60
paint, but have been patched
30,
over.
42.
Some of these engines are still used for service, they're just stored,
65,
and some others are probably going to be rebuilt. But a lot of these engines are probably going to be scrapped, although it is possible that one or two of them could get lucky enough to be preserved. It's like I can hear the remaining rail fans who were still alive during the dieselization days receiving a PTSD attack from seeing that deadline.
Captain. Taking me all around the island. It's just one whole section, probably 5 miles long.
Alright folks, once again, Grand Junction
Up Hawaii.
coming up in a few short minutes.
And you think about it, it's like, here you are. in
Once again folks, that on-time departure out of Grand Junction is 4:43 p.m. Mountain Time. We want to make sure you're back on the train.
Que nos vamos a quedar aquí, ¿sí saben?
2692. 527.
We're at Grand Junction, Colorado, and are arriving at the Grand Junction station. The Rio Grande originally built a station here in 1906, and that station was used until 1992, when Amtrak moved out of the station and into a next-door building, which was once a restaurant. Today, the station has been purchased by developers who plan to restore it this year,
Thanks, Mom.
but there hasn't been much on that since.
Not making that mistake.
Here's a Welcome to Grand Junction painting, as well as a timeline from when railroads started serving Grand Junction. About 3 to 4 minutes before the departure,
Warning
the
horn
engineer sounded the horn on the train to alert people that the train is about to go pretty soon. This engine up front is 135. You may recognize this engine from before. At 4:43, the Zephyr departs Grand Junction, and it would head to Emeryville. Even though these Genesis locomotives are reliable, they're getting close to 30 years old and even more, and in the future will be set to be replaced by Siemens ALC-42 Chargers, whether rail fans like the Chargers or not. But though probably not before some of them are repainted into Phase 7, which is happening as we speak though.
Wonder that was an older Pullman Standard car. Safe travels.
Here are some photos that I took after the train left.